to my channel, everyone. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to lay down your foundation so it looks flawless throughout the whole day. Now, let me share with you a couple tips when it comes to the foundation process. Because foundation is pretty much the first thing that sets your makeup so you can have everything on top of your foundation sit pretty. It is, again, it's the foundation. This is your canvas, and you want to start with that to get everything looking flawless at the end of your makeup process. So a couple of tips to share with you guys. Number one, drink lots of water. Like, water is the key to skincare and having your face look flawless. Coming from someone that absolutely hates water, I've had to train myself to drink water, and I notice the difference in my skin when I don't drink water to when I do. So now I can't go without water. It's the most important thing ever, more important than skincare. I'm being serious. And number two, skincare and washing your face and washing your brushes. I wash my beauty blender sponges every day just because bacteria builds up, and I find that when I clean them, my makeup applies better than using it while it's dirty, and then you're going a couple days and a week and all that product just soaks up in there. And then getting good skincare for your skin type. So I have combination to slightly oily skin, so I lean towards skincare products that especially for my skin type, and you should do the same as well. And also moisturizing and taking care of your skin in the sun. So SPF is key. And the reason why, like most of us, our face is lighter than the rest of our skin is because I use SPF all the time, no matter if it's summer or not. Because let's say there's a lot of skin damage that comes from the sun, and you want to take care of that. So that's my 2 cents for you guys. So let's talk about the foundation process and what is the best application for laying down the foundation. So everybody uses the beauty blender, and also everybody uses a brush. Back in the day when makeup was starting to come about, we used our fingers and all these just crazy cheap tools to give us that flawless finish. Well, I'm going to share with you the best technique ever that works beautifully. Now, I used to use the Beauty Blender sponge. I've got 2 types. This one is the Real Techniques Miracle Sponge. It's quite new. And here is the Beauty Blender sponge. I have it in black, and we all know it comes in like different colors. And I started off using the Beauty Blender sponge to apply my foundation. And it's an awesome tool, gives you great coverage, beautiful finish. However, the only con that I have with this is that it soaks up product. Now, you will notice that when you go to wash this and you put soap on it and you squeeze it out and all the dirt of the foundation comes out, well, do you know why that is? That's because all the foundation has seeped into the sponge. And sponge soaks up product. No matter what, it's going to get in there. So I found that, even if I was doing 1 to 2 pumps on my, my palette to apply my foundation, when I was finished, I wasn't satisfied because I love a full coverage foundation. So I'd go in, I'd put my foundation on, I'd be like, oh, I still look too sheer. And you go in with a couple more pumps and couple more pumps just to give that full coverage, when meanwhile, all your foundation is sitting in here. So then I started using a flat top Kabuki brush. Now this is a Morphe E6 Kabuki brush, and it's got a flat head. And Morphe brushes are my absolute fave makeup brushes. They're very affordable, and if you want to know more about them, I'll leave the link down below. Another favorite brush of mine is what I used when the flat top first came on the scene, is the Sigma flat top Kabuki, and this is the F80. And again, flat top, super soft bristles, awesome for applying foundation. And like I said, I just recently got the Real Techniques Miracle Sponge. It's flat on this side, and it's very kooky looking. And on the other side, you've got another small flat section here. And I guess this side would be to apply your concealer under the eyes. So I'll tell you the difference between these 2 sponges. This one I noticed doesn't soak up, or barely soaks up, as much product as this one. And when I dip this into the foundation and I start applying to my face, the flawlessness, I should say, that I get from this right off the top is amazing, because the foundation sits actually on top of the sponge, whereas when I use this one, the product actually sinks in the bottom. So now I only use the Beauty Blender to apply my concealer under the eyes because you're applying your concealer directly to the face. So when you go to use the Beauty Blender to blend it out, you barely get any product soaked in because you're actually not dipping it first and then going in. You're actually just blending it out because it's already on your skin. But you know, don't get me wrong, this is amazing. Yes, it's worth the money. I think it's probably 23 bucks or so at Sephora, and I'll leave the link down below. I will buy this 10 times over. It's awesome. And the Real Techniques sponge is amazing. And you can find this at Walmart, and I'm in Canada, so London Drugs sells this as well, and this is only $7. 23, 7, 23, you do the math, but they're both great. So I started using this and I said, oh, okay, the sponge is okay. And then I tried a different technique, which I'll tell you about in a second. Another technique, sorry, that a lot of people do, which I'm not a fan of, and I don't think is that great, is the buffing technique. So when you are buffing your foundation in, and I know products that come out, they sell buffing brushes, they say buff your foundation to the skin, you're actually buffing away the product. And then at the end of the day, when you look at yourself in the mirror and you've noticed that your makeup has faded away, do you know why that is? Is because initially you've buffed your foundation in, and I find it looks streaky. So my favorite way to apply foundation is actually stippling it on, like bouncing motions. And this is why the flat top Kabuki brush is amazing, because you get full coverage right off the top. I'm going to use the Revlon Photo Ready makeup. This is what it looks like. And for all my drugstore people, I thought I'd bring this out for you guys today. My shade is Caramel, and this is awesome. It has a pump. And Revlon is an awesome, awesome company for foundation, especially for women of color. It's got colors for everybody, and this is their one that's kind of got that little shimmery particles in it. Awesome. And we'll start with that, and let me show you how I work my product in. So first I'm going to use, this is the NYX First Base Primer Spray. It looks like this, and I just picked this up, so I don't know what it's like, so it's kind of like a first impressions as well. So make sure you guys shake your product, all of your primers, your setting sprays, anything like that. You want to shake it up so all the ingredients, you know, mix and gel together. And then I'm going to go in and spray my skin. And don't be afraid to get yourself damp, like not soaking wet, you know, dripping wet, but a nice damp spritz so your foundation could go on smoothly. So I'm just going to let that set for a little bit. I like to fan it down. Okay. And I'm going to take the foundation, 2 drops to start with for right now. I usually have it on a Petri dish, but I forgot it. You know, who would have thought? I'm always forgetting things when I'm filming. So I just kind of mix it around to my hands, so it can give a nice application onto my brush, and it looks like this. Okay, so what I do is sometimes I'll do this and just get it right on the cheek, or I'll dab my foundation brush into it and then go in. So today I'm going to use the Sigma brush, and let's do that. So again, you're going to dab, not buff, and here we go. So hopefully you guys can see okay. See, when you dab like this, you can tell that you're getting a full coverage foundation right off the top. And please don't mind my, I like to call it my makeup bonnet. You know, all us girls got to have our hair tied back, and you know, we have a bonnet that we do makeup in, and it's already dirty because I used it today. So you go in and just dab, dab, dab. Okay, and then all I do is I do like this, get some on the brush, and let's go on the other side. This is a lovely foundation. It gives you a nice kind of slight glow, and it hides a lot of my imperfections. So don't forget to take it under your neckline here, or your chin line I should say. I don't like to bring my foundation down to my neck because it gets all over my clothes no matter what. I just don't like to have foundation everywhere. So when I go to buy foundation, I usually choose a shade that kind of matches my neck down, so I don't have to go in there and blend it down to my neck, because I just don't like that. Foundation everywhere is a disaster. Okay, so you're just going to press this into your skin. Okay, and just go over. Okay. Okay, then I'm going to go back for more, and then I'm going to do my forehead. Okay, and don't forget to get into your hairline as well, because you don't want to show any disconnect. Okay. And makeup application takes time. You do not want to rush this process, especially when you're dealing with foundation, because we all know that foundation can look cakey quickly. So take your time and just work it into the skin. And you want to do one area at a time, especially if you have a foundation that dries really quickly. Work on one area at a time and then go through. So I always like to work on one area, concentrate. And that way you can, really concentrate on getting the application process looking great in all areas of your face. Okay, don't forget your nose. Okay, and usually I don't take the foundation under my eye because I go in and I put concealer there, but today it's just all about foundation, so I'm not going to have any other makeup on. If you notice, my brows aren't done. I only have mascara, and that's it. And what you guys can know from me about my channel is when I'm talking about a particular area on my face, that's what I'm going to concentrate on. So if you've seen my brow video, if you haven't seen my brow video, go check it out. I only concentrated on the brows. I don't like to be all over the place if I'm talking about one specific thing. So I won't look all put together in some of my videos. So like this one, I'm just talking about the face and foundation, and that's it. So I'm not going to look well put together, but that's okay. It's all about trying to teach you guys. Don't worry about it. So I'm going to go in with a second layer. And like I said, I love a full coverage. So this foundation, you can build it up. It's about a medium coverage, and you can build it to full. So I'm just going to get a little more on my hand here. Okay, so mix. Let's go there. There. Okay. As you can tell, this gives a beautiful finish to your skin. So again, you're going to want to dab, dab, dab. Okay, let's move on to the forehead. Okay. I have a little, blemishes at the corner of my face here, so I like to go in with a little bit extra just to cover it. But you don't want to cover all your flaws because you still want to embrace it, and it's just a part of you, and this is what happened. Not everybody has a perfect face. As much as we'd love to have no flaws, no sunspots or everything like that, you know what? It's just the way it is. Okay, so I'm just going to use up the rest on my hand here. And then go back in. Okay. And just keep pushing that into your skin. The foundation may come across light in the video just because, I've got my ring light and stuff like that, so it tends to make things look super bright. Okay, just another pat into the skin, then we should be good to go. Okay guys, so this is what the foundation looks like. Hopefully you can see it okay. So you can see that the brush has pushed it into the skin and it's given it a somewhat flawless finish. Now, to make sure everything gels seamlessly, I'm going to go in with my beauty blender and do the exact same thing, and you will see that it looks super natural and you can't tell that I'm wearing foundation. So I'll do the same thing. And make sure that your beauty blender is damp. See, and if I show you, you can see a little bit of the foundation on the flat top part here, but it's not as much as, you know, when you're actually using the beauty blender to dab into the foundation. And by doing this method, you still have your full coverage foundation right off the top, and this is just making it that more seamless. So again guys, it takes time to lay this down and to have it gel with your skin. So don't rush, take your time. Makeup is not a rushed thing, unfortunately. That's why it takes us forever to get ready. So make sure you bring it down under your neck here. And for those that, you know, like it on your neck, for sure, blend it down, no problem. Everybody's got their thing. Make sure you get your nose. Okay. I think we can wrap this part up now. Okay, and with this method, especially for combination oily skin people, this will make your foundation last even longer and you won't get oily as fast because you're pushing that product into your skin. So I noticed that when I do this, my nose doesn't get as oily and it's taking off of that excess foundation that you used with your brush. This technique is awesome. So this is what it looks like. Do you guys see a difference from when I just used the brush or no? Well, if you don't, maybe that's a good thing because maybe, you know, my foundation matches perfectly and it looks great. So to set everything, I'm going to use the NYX No Filter Finishing Powder. It looks like this. And I just picked it up today and the shade I got is golden and it looks like this. And we'll see. It says no filter, so when you take your selfies, you might not need a filter because this has got you covered, right? Right? No. So anyways, I'm going to do that and I'm going to take this powder brush. It's called by Still Spa Essentials. I got this brush at Walmart. It was only $6, so we'll give it a try. Then I just go in with my powder brush and then knock off any excess. And then again, I do not buff in the powder. Same thing like you would your foundation. You just stipple it on. And that way it's even that more flawless and you're not buffing off any product. And by this way, you're just lightly setting your makeup. This powder is pretty light. Feels nice. So we'll see how it goes in pictures. Maybe if it looks that great, maybe you won't need filters. Yeah, right. Who am I kidding? We'll always need filters. Okay, so just wrapping it up, guys. And there you go. I don't have my setting spray, or I would set everything good to go. But I just wanted to show you what it looks like. So here it is with the foundation and then the powder. What do you guys think? What do you think? Yes, no, maybe so? Well, anyways, comment down below, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are on this tutorial. Thumbs up if you like it, subscribe, and then I'll see you in my next video.